Good morning, students. Today we shall revise chapter 5, that is complex number. Now see, in case of complex number we have studied about this chapter. For example, a equation is given to you: x square plus 2x plus 3 is equals to 0, and he say factorize this equation. Normally up to class 10th we factorize by splitting its middle term if it is possible, and if splitting of middle term is not possible, then we apply the quadratic formula. See here, on multiplication 3, on addition 2, so these factors are not possible for us, so we apply the quadratic formula. Number 1, d is equals to b square minus 4ac. If you observe, what is the value of b here? 2 square minus 4 into 1 into 3. It is 4 minus 12. That is equals to minus 8. Up to class 10th, you always say if d is negative, then roots are not real, and you after that you never find out the value of x. But in class 11, when we see the value of d negative, then we can say roots are exist, but these roots are not real. These roots are said to be imaginary. Now how can we find out the imaginary roots? The method is the same. X is equals to minus b plus minus under root d upon 2a. So x is equals to minus b means minus 2 plus minus d, that is minus 8 under root upon 2 into a, that is 1. X is equals to minus b plus minus. Now the important thing is 8. If we go for factorization of 8, that is equals to 2 into 2 into 2, or in journal for understanding, see this one, minus 8 under root can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into minus 1. We can written this way. So it will 2 comes outside, 1 2 is left, that is under root 2. 1 minus 1 with under root. Whenever a negative symbol contain under root, then it is the formation of iota, that is imaginary roots. So it is called as iota. So this is called as the imaginary roots, which is represented with the help of iota. So its answer becomes equals to 2 root 2 iota upon 2, or 2 get cancelled. What is left? Minus 1 plus under root 2 iota upon 2, along with plus and minus. This 2 get cancelled. So value of x is minus 1 plus minus under root 2 iota. So this, due to this iota, the roots are said to be imaginary. And remember, this is the concept of complex number. Whenever you have a number and it is a combination of real and imaginary number, then it is represented with the help of complex number. See here, this part minus 1 is a real number because it is not contain any iota. This part contain the iota number, this root 2 along with iota. So this is called as the imaginary part. So whenever there is a combination of real part plus imaginary part, then there is a formation of complex number. See, a complex number is represented by z, normally written equals to a plus iota b, where a indicate its real part and iota parts indicates is imaginary part. So a complex number is a combination of two things. One is the real part and another is called imaginary part. Whenever he gives a quadratic equation to you, you find out the value of d first. If value of d is negative, then you say roots are real or imaginary. It's depend upon the value of d. If d is negative, then definitely roots are imaginary. If it is possible to find out the root, then you can. Otherwise, minus in under root makes the result iota. Remember that this negative can never come outside. So it becomes 2 root 2 iota upon 2, and then you are able to find out the value of x. So a complex number is a combination of real part and imaginary part. Now see, there is a one complex number given to you, 1 plus 3 iota upon 1 minus 2 iota. Now see, as we know, minus 1 under root, that is equals to iota, minus 1 is equals to iota square. If we find out the value of iota cube, then it is equals to iota square into iota. Iota square minus 1 into iota, that is equals to minus of iota. Now iota 4 is equals to iota square with whole square minus 1 square with square, that is equals to 1. So iota 4 is equals to 1. So we have the following result, that iota 4 is equals to 1, iota cube is equals to minus of iota, and iota square is equals to minus of 1. So I write down the result here, iota square minus 1, iota cube minus of iota, iota 4, that is equals to 1. So whenever he provide some conditions or value, remember that every iota square, iota cube or iota 4 is replaced by their particular values. Only then you can simplify. See one example. He say find out the value of 1 iota to power minus 93. He say solve for the iota to power minus 93. Remember, we know the value of iota with positive power, it is negative power. So first of all convert into positive, 1 upon iota to power 93. Now remember one thing, whenever you solve this question, 1 upon iota to power 93, whatever the number he will given here, you have two options, either it is divided by the 2 or either it is divided by the 4. But the convenient method is it should be divisible by 2. So when 93 divided by 2, it becomes 2 4s are 8, 1 is left, and 3, 2 6 are 12, only 1 is left. So remember, remainder is equals to 1, and 46 is its quotient, and 2 is a divisor. So this can be written as 1 upon iota square whole power its quotient, that is 46, into iota its power remainder, that is equals to 1. So this is the way to find out the solution. Now 1 upon iota square minus 1 to power 46 into iota. Now minus 1 with 46 power, even number, so its result is positive. 1 upon 1 along with iota, multiply with iota and divide with iota. Remember, we never kept iota in denominator. If iota is in denominator, then we go for process of rationalization. So 1 into iota, it is iota, iota into iota, it is iota square, value of iota square, that is minus 1. So your answer is equals to minus iota. So iota to power 93 gives the same result as it is given by iota to power minus